Hey guys, welcome back to the Collector's Table. Today I'm really excited because we're going to finally go over the Alien Hive Warrior statue from XM Studios. So I have already unboxed this statue before. I actually received the statue a couple months ago and I unboxed it on a live that we do every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you would like to see that unboxing, I'll attach it at the end of this review. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and dive deep into this review and check out the Alien Hive Warrior. So let's start with the base. Here's the bottom of the base, number 26 out of 188. Nice low edition size, which is always nice. Now you have the eggs, the alien eggs on the side at the bottom of the hive. I really like how that looks. They're pretty massive too. You can see what like the size of my hand with these eggs, and they're a little bit lighter in color. It probably should be a little bit darker, but these eggs actually glow in the dark. So I'll show you that later in the video, which is a really cool effect that they added. I like that they were thinking outside the box with that. But the eggs are a little light. Doesn't really bother me too much, but I think that still looks good. And then with the building and the structure, you got like, I don't know if this is like a building or maybe like part of a ship where the hive is kind of creeping up and growing over the structure or the ship. Here's a more close-up of the base, and you got like this red, like these red drainage pipes on the side. You could see like the face hugger egg kind of growing around it, and it's basically just attaching itself to everything as it grows. Really like how this looks. You got like the hive is kind of growing out of it. It's literally like everywhere. And little nitpick here, like you see more piping right here. I don't know if I'm catching that on camera, but you can see the piping. It's the same color as the hive. I would have liked to seen maybe a different color, like the red color that I see over here with these two pipes. Maybe if that was like a reddish or a different color to give it more contrast, so make it pop a little bit more. Not a big deal, but just a little bit of a nitpick. But the rest of the base looks really, really good. I love this hive look that is kind of just creeping everywhere and growing. I think they did a really good job with that. Next up, we have the face huggers. Now there's 10 of these face huggers, and you can see how they're all just a little bit different, which I really like. They're not all like just cookie cutter looking the same. Their legs, all their little creepy legs and tails are shaped different for the individual ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and put, since there's so many, I'm gonna put all the face huggers and attach it to the hive, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, so here are all the face huggers. Fully attached to the hive, and man, it looks creepy as hell. I love it. I love the way it looks. I think XM did a really, really good job on how creepy they made this look. You got face huggers coming out of the eggs and crawling up the sides there. You got some on top of the hive, on the side of the hive, and in front of the hive, and they're all in different positions. Really liked how that came together. So really good job with that. One last thing I wanted to point out on the base was how pliable these face huggers are. They got a little bit of play to them. So they feel really light, which is good for shipping in my opinion. Obviously, I think XM went with this option because the intricate designs of these face huggers, you just don't want something breaking in shipping. So also, if you bump into something, I would say the likelihood or the probability of you breaking something is a lot less likely. So smart move on their part to make it out of like this PVC type material, which makes it a little bit lighter. Now, before I forget, I wanted to show you guys the glow effect on the eggs. I think this looks amazing. I love this. Every time I come into the man cave, I have this glow coming off the statue, which is really cool. So really like how they applied this glow to the eggs. I think it just adds more to the statue. I try to block out the light as much as I can to kind of show you guys. I still got a little bit of light coming in, but it's still glowing, so it's pretty cool to actually see that it works in low light like this. Here's the alien body. So pretty sizable body. Obviously this is a 1/3 statue, so it's going to have some size to it. But really cool looking body. It's basically like this exoskeleton, kind of like this crustacean type feel of a body. It also has like a wet look going throughout the whole body, which is reminiscent of the aliens, which I like. The design and the sculpt throughout the whole body, you got a lot of different sculpt designs going through the body. You can see the chest there. It's got some really cool, intricate sculpting going on. And then also, let me try to turn this around. Also, you have the back, or like the spinal cord area. I love that. And then it has these like tube-like things coming off his back. Now, a lot of people have theories about what that could be. One of the theories is it's kind of like a respiratory system that the aliens use to breathe on different planets, or just to breathe in general. But no one really knows. I guess only the designers that that created the aliens would probably know. But again, really cool designs. Love the paint. The paint looks awesome. This is the black variant. Obviously, if you don't know by now, it actually comes in a brown variant as well. But I like the black and the kind of the grayish look. I think that's more, reminds me more of the aliens. There goes his feet there. You can see the pegs. But yeah, body came out really nice. I like the wet look that it has throughout. So, really cool. Here's the right arm. And you can see the hand. It's got some nice sculpting and kind of like this tubing in between the fingers there. Really like the designs. And it basically matches the body as far as the paint application. And here is the left arm. Same kind of deal. Open hand. It's got like these nails that are a little bit longer that give it more of a creepy feel again. But again, design and paint done pretty much spot on, just like the body. And here is the knife-like tail. Basically has like, the aliens are known for using this pointy tail to basically stab their victims. And you got the tail encased like in this bony exoskeleton, just like the rest of the body. So that's done really well. And it also feels a lot lighter than, say, the arms that I just showed. I think this is also made out of a lighter material, maybe like that PVC type material. And here are the portraits finally. This is my favorite part of the statue. I mean, these portraits are killer portraits. There's going to be 2 portraits, and I'll show you both of those. There it is, straight on. Now you'll have the inner mouthpiece that comes out, that keys inside the mouth there. I don't know if I'm catching that on camera, but there goes the side. Really like these designs and sculpting around the mouth. And then underneath, you can see all the designs. Yeah, so that's the first portrait. Let's move on to the second one. Now here's the second portrait, and this by far has to be my favorite. I mean, check that out, guys. The clear dome for the second portrait. It's like this resin material, and you can see like the inner part of the brains, or the inside of the head of the alien. I really like how they did those, the designs going over the clear resin there. Love this portrait. This is definitely my favorite portrait. There it is on the side. And you can see it's got like this peppered battle damage on the side there. Underneath, looks similar to the other one. And there goes the front. Now, beware, just to Just to be aware that this part of the mouth for this portrait doesn't have the feature to add the inner mouth that comes out. It's already in there, so there's no key. You can only do that on the first portrait. But again, killer, killer, killer design on this portrait. I love it. I love the clear dome. I think it really makes it. So let's start adding the body parts to the Hive. And we'll just key this in. Now you probably want to do this without the face huggers in, but I still got it in there okay. We'll just push that down. So there's the body. Let's go ahead and add the arms. These are nice strong magnets too. And here is the right arm. That went straight in there. So there it is with the arms, and let's go ahead and add the tail next. Plug this tail in the back. And that plugs in just like that. Now this one I don't think is magnetized. I think it's just plugged in there, so you got to be a little careful. Here's a little closer look of the top of this portrait. Just wanted you to see the battle damage back here. That looks pretty cool. There's more of the top of it, and let's go ahead and add it to the body now. The magnets, like I said, are pretty strong. And then we have this inner portion of the mouth that comes out just like that. So that's how that looks. But this is the portrait I'd prefer. So definitely like this one better. So I'm going to go ahead and add that one on, and that's how that looks. And man, I love it. I think it makes it look crazy. So yeah, that's the one I'm definitely displaying with it. So overall, I love the statue. I think it's an awesome theme that they have at the base. As far as the base is actually a hive where all the face huggers are kind of crawling off. You got 10 face huggers that are on the base, which is crazy. Love the pose of the statue itself. I think I love how it's kind of crawling down the hive with all the face huggers crawling out of the eggs. And then the clear dome is a nice feature as well. You got two portraits, one with the extended mouth, and then also this one with the clear dome. So I like both. I think it came out excellent. I paid about $1,700 or $1,800 before shipping. I think after shipping, it was probably around $200 to $300, somewhere in that ballpark. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, you know, a lot of money for something like this. At the same time, you got to really be in love with what you're buying. And for me, this is perfect for my collection. So if you're in the market for something like this, I would refer you back over to Spec Fiction. I think he still has the black and the brown variants still available. They might be on low stock last time I checked, but overall, I think you'll be very pleased if you see this in person. Go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed my review of this 1/3 scale Alien Hive Warrior. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content just like this. I know I have a lot more statues in the pipeline that are going to be hitting the collector's table. And if you want to check out this video on the way out, you'll see the live unboxing when we did it for this beast right here. Anyway, guys, thank you for stopping into the collector's table where every collector has a seat. Yeah.